What is good, chat? How are we doing today? Oh boy. Hello, Angel. Welcome in. I picked Saturday because I thought it would be a really good streaming day. Plus, it just I love alliterations. That's the whole thing of my channel. That's how GallantGriffin came to be. So I'm like, oh, strumming Saturday. Like, even though it's like a little silly alliteration, I'm like, it makes sense. Saturdays people have off. I work weekends, which okay, it's crazy because well, I can't account for everything. I should say that. So there is that. I just find it really funny, honestly. Um, so am I still in the server? It's like a D&D mentor server, but I don't DM now. So at least I haven't DM'd in a long time, and I have other friends who DM, so I don't really need support in that way. Interesting. Yeah, but it's just funny to me. At least I'm not working this Sunday. Yippee. Well, I can't freaking. Here's my thing. I can't commit myself to Sundays because, well, I mean, it's funny that I just brought up D&D because Sundays are marked for D&D with my D&D group. So I literally, like, I can't commit myself to then because I know I'd just be like, because I want this to be a regular series. I do have a planned end date for that for this, but like, that's not for like well in advance. Like, I mean, I can talk about it. It's nothing like big or anything. Let me also show my bright and smiley face while we're at it. Hello, everyone. Ugh, why is my hair doing that? See, I put on a hat because I just knew that the stream would make it annoying for me to exist. What am I trying to say? My brain just started spewing nonsense for a second. Like every time, like my hair was fine today. My hair was fine, but I knew that if I streamed without a hat for this, kind of content with me playing guitar, it just freaking gets in my eyes every single time. So that's exactly why. The G letter in the background is iconic. Yeah, I've had it for a long time. I think I made that when I was like really little, and it's just been the iconic decoration, which it works because GallantGriffin and everything. Oh, I didn't even realize I forgot to put in my earrings today. No, can't bear witness to that as I kind of have story time and everything before we actually get into the content of the stream. Per usual, I love to rant and give small talk. It's what I love to do. Just making sure my hat's fine. Okay, so basically my planned end date for Strumming Saturday, I don't have like anything in like particular in mind for at least like a specific date. I just know it will end when I end up doing that thing I talked about where I make an album or like album EP, whichever I decide to go with, because making an album would be a lot of effort, but if I have the capacity to make an album with y'all on stream, I would do it. So why not? If not, just an EP. But that is the planned end date because at that point, then I'm already working on something else. Like that, I want my channel to kind of have something music focused, but not become oversaturated with music, if that makes sense. So that's kind of my idea. So that's that. What else in recent news? Oh, my car might have some problems with it because I was out door dashing last night and it was shaking very violently. Not like super duper violently, but it was shaking to a very worrying degree. And it sometimes has had this consistent problem where it like watching this stream while watching someone's live tweet a Fangin they're playing through. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna correlate somehow, and my brain was really confused when it did not correlate. Oh, my hair. I don't like it today. Do I go the beanie route? Do I even remember where I put my beanie? I don't know. I think I go the beanie route. Here, I don't want y'all to see my closet, so because it's super messy, so hold on. Give me a sec. I'm actually trying to shift away from the beanie look for my channel, so it's really funny that today I'm just like, yeah, we beanie it. Oh, here it is, yeah. So, but yeah, and I do have something to share about that, but I'm not done with my car story yet, so let me finish that. So basically, what happened, yeah, so it's had this problem where it will shake, or like it has problems with, what the, oh, that's a reason, what the heck, where it will really struggle to get into different gears. Okay, this is alright. I might shift this around a bit. Do I do the classic beanie look? I think I do. Yeah, it blocks my hair enough. This is fun. Cool. Boy, the never-ending agony of something being wrong with my car. Dude, it happens too much. I'm like stressing about it. Because like my car is a very old model. It's an 01. So I love it though. It's been my pride and joy for many years. But it's been a pain. So basically, I keep getting on tangents. This is the problem with me having ADHD. It's boop, 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 boop. But basically, anytime it's like shifting gears, it's an automatic, but it still has to shift gears automatically. Like that's the whole premise of it. So anytime it does, it really struggles to get there. Like it's like anytime I have to speed up, I have to like go faster to do it. Like I have to put more pressure on the gas, and when I do, it kind of jerks. And then it jerks every time I go out of just like not driving to driving, which is really weird that it does that, and frankly very concerning that it does that for a lot of reasons. And today, I was already like, it was shaking to a degree of like, okay, I need to go home because I'm really worried about the sake of my car. And on the way home, I noticed a thing that said transmission service urgent. So I'm like, oh, that's what the problem is. So yeah, I'm gonna need to take it into somewhere probably like Monday or something to deal with it. My car's 11 years old. It's like not new, but I wouldn't say it's old. Yeah, yeah, mine is being an 01, that means it is. My car is older than me. So it is spanking 24, not 25 yet, whoa, 24 years old. That's kind of a lot. So it's as unk status. I hate that phrase. I hate that that's made the rounds recently. But yeah, oh boy. I have my work cut out for me, but luckily I don't have like, cause I've been door dashing just for extra stuff, and I did get a job recently, and I had my first day recently, so yeah, it was cool. But I don't work again until this next Friday, cause they have to, as they're like as they hired me, they had to like figure out, it's like, okay, where do we actually put this guy on like shift rotation and everything. So now it seems like they've actually figured that out, but the placement for that was a bit later, so it's like now I just kind of have my next week open, which I was like, oh yeah, I could DoorDash. And now that's filled up with me getting my car taken in and figuring all that stuff out, which, oh boy, don't I just love. So that's been my car. Or that's the story of my car. What else was I going to talk about? I was talking about me moving away from the beanie look and everything. Because Arsene, who drew my profile picture and my banner, recently came to me and was just like, hey, I can totally just redo all this stuff. And I was like, that would be so freaking fantastic. So I am smelling a rebrand on the horizon. I've just been really motivated to do a bunch of YouTube things recently. Like that's why like on the Discord I posted about like the sneak peek and everything, because I just got a bunch of motivation to work on like that Strife Revised video. Like I thought I was just gonna record that and just like hold that in like the bowels of my video storage for ages, but I was like, you know what, let me work on this, because I know people actually like that content and everything, so I was like, let me do it. Arsene's art is super peak, yeah, you're right. But like that's in the works, so I'm gonna also be working on just like a channel trailer, because you know recently it's just been like, oh haha funny videos whenever that comes up, which is fun to show people, and it kind of gives people an idea of the channel, but I'd rather have like a big spanking channel trailer of just like stuff from like videos, streams, of just like funny moments and stuff like that, just to give people like a really cool idea about what this stuff is about rather than just the funny stuff. So yeah. Also, I'm also noticing my facial hair, I need to like not shave it, because I love this look right now and it's gonna be my I guess my brand for the next while, because I really like the goatee look, but it needs a bit of like this part down here is kind of frustrating me a little bit. It's not even, so I need to, when I shave, because I shaved like along here, so I'll need to take care of that. So that'll be the big idea. But yeah, I've been streaming now for 16 minutes, so let's jump in. Yeah, let's get the guitar stuff going, because that is obviously the focal point of the stream. Oh yeah, I didn't, while I'm doing this, I didn't even talk about me moving away from the beanie. I think I just kind of realized that, like, that's been a large part of my channel for a while, even though I don't wear it a lot. So I'm kind of wanting to, like, change my look to kind of update with, like, my current fashion, because of course it's still the flannel. And I want the flannel to actually be reflective rather than it just being a gray jacket. So I'm like, okay, that's something that needs to happen here. Shift. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. What the? Oh. There's the G chord. Alright, gonna have to dip my shifts over. Okay, farewell, have good time, drive home. I don't know if you can pop by later, but either way, yeah, let's see here. Let me just, I don't know if I need a tune. No, I'm good. Cool. Sometimes you can just tell by ear, which is nice. But yeah, if you somehow did not read the title, we are focusing on power chords today, which is super freaking exciting. But I know little to jack about how power chords actually work. So I'm going to be watching a video that's going to enlighten me on how that works. Because, you know, with guitar, like, I've obviously been picking up finger picking and everything. That's been a huge thing about that. But there are other things about it, like, very, like, finesse things that I'm like, okay, let me, like, learn some of these technicalities. So let's see here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. And I did provide a link in the description for this video, just in case any of you guys were curious. So there is that. Okay. That should be good. Let me know if it looks good for you guys, because it looks perfect for me. Let me also put on my headphones. Let's get right into it. I need to turn it up.
Okay, power chords.
Less 144.
Power chords. A lot of rock bands
Yeah,
use it.
this is true.
Groups use it. It's a great way of getting around the guitar because you're only using one shape, right? Right? Now, remember we talked about chords before and we said there were 3 different notes played at the same time. Well, if you notice, I'm only playing 2 notes. So power chord, you know, you can't, there's no major, there's no minor, you don't know what it is because it's only 2 notes. There's no extra note to give that away. So what happens is you get a nice, real thick sound. Especially if we have a distortion pedal, it would be a really nice, thick sound. And it's not a pretty note, right? It's not a pretty chord. It's just a nice, thick chord, right? So let's talk about the shape. The shape is, let's make one here on the 6th string, 3rd fret, right? So I'm going to put my first finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret.
Third finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. Okay.
And my ring finger is going to go 1 string up and...
What? Wait, no, pause. Go back. Something is strange. Okay, that's annoying that it's doing that. Okay.
Right? So I'm going to put my first finger...
Okay, first finger on it. Okay. I don't know why that was confusing for me for a second.
The 6th string, 3rd fret.
Okay.
And then my ring finger is going to go 1 string up and...
Oh, I see. Oh, string, not fret. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's tested my finger capabilities here.
2 frets over.
Yep.
So you can see my ring finger here is on the 5th string.
I swear, if this guy tortures me by putting
now
the
with
second
my
finger.
strumming hand, I got to be careful.
Oh, wait.
I only want to hit those 2 notes.
Oh.
Right, if I hit more...
I don't have to necessarily strum it. I could just... Interesting.
Sounds so good, right? So I can only hit those two. Maybe you want to make the 3-finger version. I can only hit those 3, of course, you know. And then if you want to get a little more advanced, you can try and mute out all the strings you don't need with your first finger. It's a little bit harder, but you can do it. And then what happens is you have those 3 notes, and then nothing else.
Okay, but...
move it to the 5th string, not only do I have to mute those guys out, but I also have to try and mute out the 6th string. So what do? I use just...
Okay, so what are these? Okay, what's he actually playing, though? That's what I don't get. Did he say? I can't even remember.
Use the tip of my finger to mute it out a little bit.
Okay, so the idea is to basically do it in a way that you can, like, move around a lot. Okay, it'll kind of make sense as we go. So I have some tabs already kind of put up there, and we're kind of gonna go through some of it. So let's see here. Okay. I'm starting to get the idea, which the premise is the most important part. Okay, so this is, and okay, just like it pointed out, it's just, it wants us to do one, or it wants us to do like only a couple strings, so it's just, how does like Kurt Cobain do it? Is it, what was the, there's a strumming pad. Do, 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 do. Okay, what's the... Okay, this one's pretty simple, actually. Or is it? Oops, I need to move this. Actually, I don't even need my headphones anymore since I already listened to the video, so let's take those off. Okay. Load up on guns, bring friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard, self-assured. On just my hat, hold on. Maybe at some point I'll fully focus on Smells Like Teen Spirit, but like for right now I'm just trying to get the gist of power chords, so. I'm struggling, y'all. Or does it want me to play it on... I always forget. Okay, so wait. Yeah, that's where the 2 is. So then... E... Yep, okay, that is the right position then. I think it's really just remembering not to play the 4 down here. I'm just doing... We'll get it. Okay, what was the other... Oh, yeah, I was looking at this. Which does it follows this strumming pattern still. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Okay. So what would that... That's just this, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my gosh, wait, no, that's literally it. Like... If my guitar doesn't have the buzz to it. What was the strumming? Okay, okay, down, up, down, or down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 not. I might actually want my pick for this. Especially since, because this is a song that's meant to be played on electric. And once I actually get an electric someday, I'm gonna, actually be using picks, so. Which I used picks generally a lot when I was first learning, and now it's like I've gone off them as much. Now I'm kind of trying to get back on, but still. Jumps over to here. Alright, what happens if I just play it finger picking style? Jumps down to here. So it does follow that pattern, which is interesting. So it's very like doom 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 doom. Do. I need to not play this 4th string. It's really hard for me for some reason. Oh no, it's the 5th that I keep triggering for some reason. Okay, come on. Jumps down. Down. Yeah, and then it does repeat it. This is really interesting because this points out exactly kind of what they were talking about with the formatting of power chords, is that you're supposed to jump around with it. And I've noticed that, like, in some of the songs that, like, I've been learning, what's a really good example? I can't think of one off the top of my head, but, oh, it was one that had to do with the C, yeah, it was the C chord, but then you jump down and then it's like, sounds like this. Or maybe it was either, or that. It was on Since I Saw Vienna. Because it's something you can do, is to, like, make it change into a completely different chord. You literally just, like, shift it down. And then, like, I mean, it's hard to do with just, like, regular chords that you, like, that you play all 5 or 6 strings. But when you have, like, a power chord, you can, like, jump down because you're only going to be playing those strings, and since those are already, like, put down, you don't need to worry about barring it, which is really interesting. And we will get to barred chords. Barred chords are something I've been meaning to get to for a long time, but always put off because they're always the worst. Okay. On holiday. Yeah, so obviously the next one we got here is Holiday by Green Day. Okay, no, this was standard tuning. Thank goodness. I was so worried for a second. Oh, does this just mean I can jump around? Oh, I like this. Okay. Wait, no, it doesn't, because it wants me. Oh, it expects me to have a hand up there, anyways. Okay, cool. That's fine. So it would just be like. Doo doo. What was the strumming for this? Did it have one? Do 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 do. Something like that. This is also way harder with an acoustic. I need to point that out so much because the sound is completely different. So, and the strings are also a lot. I don't want to say lighter. They are, but like they're thinner. Thinner is the word I was looking for, because electric strings are a lot thicker. So. That's a G5. Okay, so we're kind of getting it. It's so tricky. It's so tricky learning this. But it is interesting because then the same pattern, you jump around with it. Like, so you sometimes stay on the same 3 strings, but then you also move around a bit, as you can see on this section, where it jumps to here, where instead of keeping my finger on the 6th string on the big E string, you jump to the A string and then have the other fingers follow suit on that. So then it comes like this to get to the C sound. But then it jumps back, so it's like it doesn't like to stay one way for too long. So oh, this is throwing me off because the capo put it. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, why is it not following the dots? But I'm like, well, the dots don't actually indicate it when there's a capo, so that's interesting. So that would be with, yeah, that's a 5, so Also, bear with me. This is going to be kind of slow because I'm still trying to I'm trying to decipher a lot of this. But then it goes back to here, and this is pretty simple, so... I think my strategy is if I can pretend like I'm only going to play 2 strings, my pick will automatically slide over to the 3rd. So I think that's giving me the training for actually knowing how to like play the correct amount of strings, because it's a skill you really have to work on. Like, it's not just like, oh, I can easily just play these couple strings, like, and have the finesse for that instantly. Like, no, you gotta work on it. You gotta get to a point where it makes sense for that. And luckily, it's still taking me some time. I'm curious what Boulevard of Broken Dreams has for this. Just to also hopefully get us to a song that I know well enough. And I know a lot of people would be happy to hear me sing anyway, so... Okay, can we get to a version that has power chords? Which they have on here, so that's kind of nice. Oh, I see how this works. No capo. So then... Okay, I see how this works. Okay. Could I follow it also with this? Huh. No, because it starts on B, or oh wait, no. This is labeling the sections. I'm really okay. No, that's stupid. Okay, I don't know why I thought. Okay, there we go. Now this is making more sense, I guess. Okay, but that is a full chord right there, so I'm very... How do I even form... Do I just do that? This is a new one for me, folks. And we got this 8/6 action going on. This is... Okay, y'all in chat, do you just have an easy song, do you think? Well, actually... I know this one won't be easy, but I'm curious. Let's see here. Listen to preachers, I listen to fools. Yeah, this definitely strays away from what I've been playing, but I'm curious. Oh, that's with the bass. Most Nirvana songs have like really easy power chord progressions. Yeah, and that's what I heard, because I did some digging on power chords before I started the stream, and that was like the common consensus. My problem is I just need to listen to more Nirvana rather than just Smells Like Teen Spirit. I'll get there. I know I will. Actually, wait, was there no, let me go back to that. Smells Like Teen Spirit, because I don't know if I actually pulled up the... Because there's the specific power chord tap. Yeah, there we go. It's only 4 stars, but you know what? That might be alright. You know, that looks okay. In Bloom is doable, I think. Smells Like Teen Spirit is kind of harder to pull off. Then that's exactly what we're gonna do. But I want a bit of a buffer. Let me see if I can... try to play Crazy Train. Just because I think that would be funny. Even though it has nothing to do with... Well, you probably play power chords during it, but I was just curious about how this actually sounds. Especially on an acoustic. Drop your low E down to a D and bar it. Oh. Wait, for which song? Are we talking about Smells Like Teen Spirit? With the rhythm and stuff. Yeah, oh no, they're gonna have a bad time. Rhythm is like, I've always had a problem with rhythm. Like, even in like middle school, high school band, I struggled for whatever reason. Wait, is this for bass? No, this is 6 string. Unless I'm tweaking. I don't know. I could just be well over my head on this. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. The rhythm and stuff. If you lower your first string to D, then you can play the power chord by just barring the top 3 strings. Oh, yeah, no, that does make sense, actually. Just in general, lowering the E a whole step down creates a power chord. Wait, yeah, that makes so much sense. Oh, yeah. By just barring the top 3 strings. Huh. Huh. Well, I'll be. Do I have an automatic? I know there is a this is why I need to get like an automatic tuner also. One of the many things on my Amazon wish list. Okay. Is there just drop D2? Yeah, there's like this is frustrating because I literally have like, oh wait, here we go. Here's literally the thing I found. Okay. Drop to D. Okay. Let's try it. Oh, it actually has to register my microphone for that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Cool. Basically match your lowest string to the third one up to it. Huh. Okay. So then... Wait, so... How do I... Wait, so did I do it right? Now strum, wait. Okay, and then... Would I... Because I would bar it. Would I also... I could just also do this, right? Oh, wait, that's... Wait, I get that. That's literally the notes for Smells Like Teen Spirit. Okay, wait. Okay, we're getting something here. Hold on. Okay. But I could bar it. Another huge reason as to why I need to really work on my bar chords, because that's definitely where I'm lacking. Okay, so that would be, yeah. Huh. Thank you guys so much. You're honestly being like such good help for me right now. You can just use one finger across all 3. Yeah. Wait, would this look different than if it was on a... No, it would... No. Okay. Because also another thing, you can also tilt the G in the background so you know it's not flipped. I'm using a left-handed guitar. I don't think that would really make a difference. I couldn't think if that actually would. But no, it probably wouldn't, just because someone with a right hand would still have the same problem. So would it just be, would I bar it with the thumb? Might be a bit uncomfy at first, but you will get there. Yeah, no, definitely, and that's fair. That's definitely going to be the huge story when it comes to barred chords, and that's hopefully what I plan to do next week, unless I just have another song just ready to go, which that'd be cool too. But yeah. So would it just be like this? Because then I could just slide down. Like, do people normally bar it with their thumb? Is that what people do? That's what I'm genuinely curious about. And then because then it would just drop to the 6, right? So that would just be to here. Oh, but then you'd still have to do this at the same time, right? So it would be using your thumb is more advanced, and it's actually used to mute your... Actually, also let me move my phone so I can see you guys easier. As my headphones just clear off my desk. Love that. It's more advanced, and it's usually used to mute your top 2 strings, not to... Yeah, I do that normally for, especially when I form a D chord. Like, whenever I do that. So it definitely does feel unconventional to do it that way, but yeah. Not really, but if it works for you, then go with it. It's not a great habit to form, though. Yeah, and that's also my big thing, is, like, as much as it'd be cool to do something easy, I also kind of want to learn it the right way. So how would you guys recommend, like, oh, I guess to be fair, I could just bar the whole thing, couldn't I? I guess that's something I didn't think about as much. Oh, well. And then I am left-handed. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why that didn't just occur to me to, like, bar the entire thing. But for some reason my brain was like, oh, I have to stick my finger over this way and only bar these 3 fingers and not the entire thing. I don't know why my brain thought that. It was just a lapse in judgment. See, and then it jumps to here, and I can't bar it for that, right? Just because, like, it's a more specific, and it, like, jumps to that. I'm talking about specifically where... Oh, I also realized I've been playing it wrong the entire time. But anyways, yeah, I guess what I mean... Okay, I can actually just show this with my mouse. I don't know why I'm making this so overcomplicated. For this section, because obviously, when I bar it, I can just do... However I'm supposed to actually play it right with, like, the correct strumming pattern. But for that section, how would I, like, do that where I just actually still include the... Since, like, you know, I went through the effort of, like, dropping the D, I still, like, I guess my thing is, what is the point? Like, it definitely feels beneficial, but, like, now I'm like, okay, what's the point then if I still have to form this? And that's gonna be the most consistent, thing I'm doing throughout the entire song. That's my only thing. Like, I feel like there is a method to it, and I'm seeing it. I want to understand more, I think, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, also with the left-handedness, I am actually quite a rarity, because even people who are left-handed when they write, still end up learning right-handedly on guitars and, like, other instruments. So it's really funny that like, because like, and then there are just like people who are right-handed are just like, I just want to learn guitar left-handed. So that's generally what the population of left-handed guitarists is. And then there's me who's just like, left-handed for writing, left-handed for guitar, let me just make it for the whole thing. And then I'm like right-handed for like certain sports. It's weird. I don't know why I am the way I am, but you know, I exist in this world, and sometimes that's nice. Sometimes it's not as nice, especially for things like my ADHD, you know. You can just keep the bare position, kind of, but have your index finger under the top string to mute it. Their ring and pinky, put them on the 3 and 3. Wait. I'm like, I think that makes sense to me, kind of, but for some reason it's not fully translating in my brain. Bare position, kind of, but have your index. I can give you some lessons for starting out to help you. I can talk faster than I can type. Thank you so much. My Discord is also in the description, so if you guys want to like reach out to me that way, that would also be greatly appreciated. Just because I have definitely a long way to go on this stuff. And for starters, I want to get an actual electric for this kind of thing, because I know that would make my life a lot easier. And it'd also make the sound a lot better. But for now, we're sticking with acoustic and just trying to learn this on this, just so I get a general idea of things. But yeah. Your ring and pinky, put them on the 3 and 3. Yeah, so... Yeah, okay, so I understand that much. So then, you just keep the... Oh, wait, no, this makes full sense to me now. Okay, wait, that took me way too long to actually register in my mind. So you're saying, like... I think? So would it be... Okay, so bar up here... Keep the bare, have your index under the, wait, no, I'm, bar position. Sorry, the typo totally got me. Electric is so much easier to play than acoustic for this stuff. Oh yeah. No, bar lower, kinda. So up to here, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, it makes so much sense, because I feel like with electric, you also form more specific calluses, so that your index is below the E string. Like, are we talking here action or here action? I swear, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Okay, but just kind of going for it. It would sound like, or what did that strumming pattern say? Okay, so it did say up down instead of down down up. Weird question. Do you live in the States? Question. I don't know why I pronounce it like that. Yes, I do. I live in Oregon, to be very specific, in case my accent gives me away, which it probably doesn't, you know. The ladder looked right. Okay. Okay, so then this. Probably. My barring just also needs a lot of work in general. I'm warning you guys right now, and that's why I'm going to have a whole stream dedicated to bar chords, which I really should have started with, but, I mean, for some reason I thought they were just more... I mean, they are very intrinsically linked, but I should have honestly started with that anyways, still. Basically, with having the D string at the top, you can just bar it, but when it goes to a string lower, you need to do the intended position, kind of. Okay, that makes actually a lot of sense. Okay. So this is starting to click a lot more. The way it works is that you have your index muting all strings except for the one you're fretting. Wait. Yeah. First fret on the A string. Wait, so in a weird way, the thing I was like kind of making fun of before for like doing like, oh, like trying to do some weird shenanigans with the index is technically correct, because like I'm trying to like press down on these, kind of. I mean, I think, but either way, you know, like you're still muting these three, which is interesting. Wait, I think. I swear, I'm like halfway there and halfway out of it. It's like I have my leg. If this is like a pool of knowledge, I have like my legs fully submerged, and the top half of me is just like, what is any of this? What does this mean? Okay, and then index and pinky on the 3. Maybe try to point your guitar upwards. It could be more comfortable to play. That's actually more fair. I could do it more like this style, which I do know there are a lot of people do. And I'm used to also having a strap. There we go, a strap for it like going around. So that's why I'm also more used to it like this, weirdly enough. Although I guess people with the strap could also have it like this. Huh. Yeah. It would be a weird thing to get used to. I can definitely understand that. You can also kind of lean in closer, which is nice. Kind of shift my body around. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. For any of you, especially the guitar people in chat, because I want to work on this, but I was also wondering, because I was looking at Green Day songs earlier, are there any specific Green Day ones that would be kind of easy-esque to learn, do you think? Because Green Day I'm more familiar with. Like, Nirvana has a lot of songs that I really need to listen to like really get the idea of, because I really like to play while also getting the idea of like this is where the melody would go and everything. Like that's been a huge thing that I've been trying to get into with that, especially with like the other songs I've worked on. So Green Day is just has a lot of songs that I know in general. This is interesting because I've never been on this kind of tab before for Ultimate Guitar. Just message your Discord for a bookmark. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll definitely reach out to you after the stream, and we could go over this, because goodness knows I'm gonna need a lot of touching up on this post stream to really make some good progress on this. Songs are like, if you know the technique, it's easy, but not so beginner friendly, especially if there's speed and tempo. Yeah, I mean I could slow it down a bit, is the only thing. What was another one I could look at though? Maybe I will. When I get an electric, I'd love to try out Crazy Train. That'd be a really fun one, honestly. It's one of my favorites. I wonder if 21 Guns has some power chords in it. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh. Oh wait, no, that's just 2 strings. Wait, it's also just 2 strings, so I'm gonna have to figure out how that works. Wait, and then it jumps down to here. And then it jumps down to here, okay. So I just formed that by just being like all... Oh. That's pretty... Oops. Oh yeah, that does sound familiar too, like... Do you know what's worth fighting for? Yeah, okay. It's clicking. It's clicking. Do you know? But then it jumps to having all this stuff going on with it. Okay, wait. Do you know what's worth fighting for? Okay. It's not really jump. Okay, this I wouldn't even call this actually a bar chord section though, or not a bar chord, power chord section, just because it isn't really jumping around as much though. Huh. Either way, I mean it's fun to play, so I'm not gonna stop now. Probably not. Don't stop me now. I wonder if Queen actually uses a lot of bar or power chords. I should experiment with. Okay, so wait, so it'd go like. Do you know what's worth fighting? I have to like form it every single time, then get to the words. Fighting for. Oh, and then that forms a C. When it's not worth fighting for. I don't know actually if I'm on the right tempo, but still. Okay, I mean, I get the general gist of it, and it's nice that it just goes to a pretty simple C. Oh, wait. Wait, no, this is what starts the verse. Or is it? I have no clue. Let me see. How does it even sound? Okay. So it would just be like that. Or wait, I actually got it first round. Wait, so it's. Oh wait, no, it is the intro. Wait, no, I second guessed myself. This is like the. I swear I remember where these things are. 7. And then it jumps into, of course, do you know what's worth fighting? Do you know? I could actually play this in probably a really like simple acoustic style, because that's what I was wanting to do with Creep. Because Creep is just, because that's the thing. Creep is actually a really good example of power chords that I didn't even know I was doing. Let me get to that. Hold on, and I can explain to you guys. I mean, you guys might know. I don't know. We'll see. But, because once I just put the capo on it, once I like capo 2, because it's like, switching to other stuff. Well, actually, I can't even call it a power chord at that point, because I'm doing a figure picking style, but I don't know. I did learn Creep. Okay, cool. So, it's kind of mixing the idea of power chords, but not strumming it as like a full power chord, and doing it as like a finger picking style. That's how I decided to learn it, because it made the most sense, because I only have to do these top 3 strings. Or wait, or no, it was the, okay. Not the top 3 strings, it was the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. Because, like, in a way, it's almost like a power chord in the sense that I go from here just to down here, and I don't have to like bar it or like change things around or anything like that. So in a way, I kind of got a start on it, even though I wasn't fully like doing the whole strum through it, which I could. I could theoretically just do it like. Creep campfire-fied version. It really is. It really is, because I want that like light acoustic style, especially because I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, where they like played that in like the beginning, like that very like light acoustic style over it, and it sounds good. I know it's very campy and campfire-y, but like I just love the vibe of it, where it's just all. When you were here before, could look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather. Wish I was special. You're so fucking special. Basically, power chords are just playing a chord, let's say C chord, C, E, G, but you just play 2 notes of the chord, which is called the fifth. Yeah, and that's why like they're labeled generally as like a C5 or a G5 or something like that. Because I did take a class on music theory, and I do know like some of these things. It's just because I know like the 5 chords and everything. I just didn't know that they were also called the power chords, or that they are also put under the umbrella of the power chords. In case you had any confusion with it, I'm not sure. You don't want to underestimate it all. It seems like you pick up songs pretty quick. If you're stuck with it, you'll be writing and recording your own stuff in no time. That's really funny that you mentioned that. In addition, just to like picking up songs quick. This I've actually been working on for a bit. I've like been testing this out, and like because I haven't figured out fully the tempo and how I want to order it, but like I do want to cover this like fully like at some point, because I think that'd be super cool. But it's funny that you mentioned about like writing and recording, because I actually I've written like 6 songs at this point, and I'm planning to record those 4 in July and eventually publish, I want to say close to November, just because like I just love songwriting. Like I've said this on stream before, one of the things I'd really love to try is like just having a live stream where I'm like, or like multiple live streams across like multiple weeks, probably months, where I'm just like writing songs with you guys. Like that just sounds like so much fun, because like there's people who like have like art streams. That's like the biggest example I can think of, but like just the idea of like live streaming, like, and having like audience like feedback, like the instant feedback, I think would be super cool. It's like, okay, it's like I'm writing this lyric and everything, and it's like, okay, this isn't really rhyming well, and then someone in chat just says something like, oh, you could replace it with this. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Because like having that like constant like feedback would be super helpful. And I even just beyond like lyrical things, I think also melody is sometimes something I struggle with, so that could be really helpful. Nice. If you're recording at home, I can also help and give tips with that as well. I'm not recording it in my in my home or anything. I'd want to record like demos and like example stuff like here, but one of my friends, he's starting like a recording studio kind of business, and I'm gonna be basically one of his like test subjects to start. I still have to like pay, of course, and everything, but like I'm definitely have to pay a lot less than a lot of other people. and I know he's definitely offering a lot cheaper than a lot of other places, which is really nice, and I feel very grateful for it. It also means I have to like really get down some of the songs I've been working on, because I have a really bad habit of like moving on to something else and not ironing out something that I've been working on for a while. So I need to keep working on the songs on my EP, and then basically get them to a point where they're like, where I know fully, okay, this is what I'm doing when I get up there and record it. Because if I'm just like, if I keep making it inconsistent, like it's like, oh, I'm gonna like give myself an extra measure on here and do that very inconsistently, then that's not gonna look good, especially if I ever wanted to play it live for people. Then it wouldn't be good. I like to keep things kind of consistent in that way. But my problem is I also like to jump onto new things, and that's actually why this has been really fun doing like Strumming Saturdays, is because it just allows me to do so much more, and so much more so quickly, and it allows me to learn new things, learn new techniques so quickly, while I'm also working on other things in the background. It's super nice. It's definitely doable and quite a nice goal. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, because it's cool. It's cool to be able to have like feedback in that way, and I think that's like, as much as I'm not trying to like poo-poo like artist live streams or anything, but there isn't a lot of like interactivity that kind of goes on there. Whereas like with my writing style, like with writing, like songwriting live, there's a lot of like stuff where, like I mentioned, of like examples of like lyrics, melody, like audience like jumping in and being like, oh, this is something that would sound really good with this. Plus, I think that'd be cool, because then I get to share a piece of myself. Like, this is what I'm like when I'm like songwriting or something like that. Like, this is like how I come up with my kooky style of like my songs and stuff like that. And I think that'd be cool, because I love showing off my creative process. I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's definitely for the future. Definitely not the near future. I said it at the beginning of the stream, but it's definitely what I want to have take over Strumming Saturdays, is like after I have that EP be released. Ideally, songwriting live would be my second like project I'd be working on. At the same time, I don't know about that fully, just because I also low-key want to do like an album or an EP where I collab with a bunch of people, like a bunch of my friends and stuff, just because I think having the creative writing process with other people is also really good, and I think it would give me more of a structure of things first, before I'm just like songwriting live, let's just see, whatever happens. Like, that would be cool, but like I think having a buffer in between that would help me. Like, it would also give me more experience. I don't know. We'll see the order of operations of things that happen, but that's the general idea. What's your favorite style of music? For listening, definitely rock. For songwriting, it's definitely indie acoustic. Like, that is just that's been a huge staple of like how my writing has really taken shape, is just like kind of a very soft style, like going back to like the campfire-fied versions of things. I write a very like campfire style of like kind of those like kind of guitar songs, but like my writing is very much so influenced by like Hosier or Wilbur Soot. Unfortunately, I've talked on stream in the past about how conflicting that is. I'm not gonna beat the dead horse about it, but yeah, definitely those two artists especially have really influenced my writing style. Not that I don't, again, like I always love to listen to rock. Fall Out Boy is forever my favorite artist, and I at some point want to find a song that I can easily kind of pick up. Probably one of the softer ones he does. I know Golden's really easy. I just have to find a way to translate it to guitar, probably, since it's piano based. But yeah, Fall Out Boy, like, in rock is just a huge part of like my listening experience. Elton John is another great example of one of the other rock artists I listen to a lot of. But yeah, those are kind of the main focuses of like my favorite style of music. You guys have got me yapping for a while. I don't mind it fully, but I want to also like see about getting back to this. So this, because it does have it on, it's quote unquote power, like the power tab or whatever, which is interesting, but it doesn't really, it's really just switching between chords. It's technically just a regular tab if you look at it that way. Not that it's not helpful. Like, this sounds like 21 Guns, so I will probably be learning this at some point. And I might make it a very campfire-fied version, like Creep, just because it would sound good. It would sound good, honestly. But I am curious about what other songs I could do. Time of Your Life might be a good one. When you get to the point where you can easily play the songs, like, it's really fun. No, and I fully agree with that. Because one of the things I love to do at my college is host open mic nights and specifically come up with a set list. And then I just hammer on those songs for, like, ages and ages. Like, my very first one, I was like, okay, I'm going to learn Riptide, Ship in the Bottle by Finn, Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish, and then this other one by this, like, very small artist, who's, like, my ex's dad, who I was just like, I want to, like, just dedicate this because it was just a cool song. He's a cool guy. But obviously you can kind of tell with, like, the pattern of that. It was very ocean themed. I wanted to keep it, the theming, very consistent with that. And it's like, you know, for the weeks leading up to it, like, even months leading up to it, I was very, like, hammering on those songs. Like, I never did anything like finger picking, just because I haven't really gotten into finger picking until I started learning Cherry Wine, which was, like, I think a week before I started my live stream on it. It was like a week or two before it. Just because I think I was honestly scared of getting into, or not really scared. I wouldn't say scared. Intimidated would be a better word. I just, like, I looked at it in the past and I was just like, it just seemed like so hard at the time. It just seemed hard. Because when you start to learn something new, especially something like music related, you can look at it and then sometimes just be like, oh, this is too hard, I'm giving up. And you don't realize after you get over that initial hump, it becomes so much easier. Like, it gets so much easier. And that's what happened with Cherry Wine, because I used to just be like all but now I'm like, wait, am I on the... Okay, I got that wrong, but still. Oh, I know what's wrong. It's because I have the E tuned down. I forgot about that. How would I make that different? Wait. Would that just be... Okay, yeah, so it would be down here. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. I forgot about that. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, you really have to dedicate the time to it in order to actually show progress. And it will come. Progress genuinely will come. It just takes time. You have to get over that initial hump. Let me look at both these versions. No, this isn't really... Okay, it says power chord, but then it's... Okay, which granted, I know this has, like, a distinct finger-picking style with it, so I guess this isn't really a good song that would fit for it. It's still really cool. It's really nice. I do think we should probably go back to Smells Like Teen Spirit, because that actually... I do kind of want to stick with that for a while. Paper Machete by Queens of the Stone Age has fun power chord intro if you want to try that. Sure, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. I've never listened to it, but I'm also kind of realizing, like, I don't have to know the melody to like try to play it. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see if it's actually gonna... Okay, is it gonna paywall me? What the... Oh, that's... Why is that linking me right back there? Uh-oh. Oh, it's, yeah, because it is paywalling me. That's why. Okay. Well, you did say, yeah, it does have an intro like that, so let's actually see. Main riff is... Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. Oh, and that's it. Okay. And this is standard tuning, so let's actually go back. Which, to be fair, then at the end, I also want to work on the other songs I've been working on anyway, so it's perfect. Oops, wrong way. Okay. It also definitely inspires me to learn bar chords, though, for specifically Smells Like Teen Spirit, just because of that technique we were working on. I think that would be really helpful. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, so is this. Main riff is C sharp 5, D sharp 5, E5, D sharp 5, B5, G sharp 5, C sharp 5. Using fifth chords as there's no real major minor distinction in the riff. Of course, an interlude is an abrupt move from the key of the main riff to a major. Okay, interesting. It's kind of fast play of the song, but it's easy to see. Yeah, I'm not like doing this so that way I'm like I can like play at the correct tempo. Because songs I've been working on for weeks, Cherry Wine, I've still not been able to play on tempo, and that is a song I've been working on for at least like 2 months, which is insane to even say. But like, I mean, it's not really that insane, but like, it's taken so much time. Granted, that song also has finger picking in the entire song, and it doesn't really just have a moment where it's just like, it's just chords, or it's not really well, it is repetitive, but it's only repetitive after the chorus. Like, and at that point, then it's hard, because there's a lot of songs that have like very distinct finger picking patterns. Say like I See Fire, say like Fast Car, where it's like it keeps the finger picking pattern throughout, and like it can be hard to nail, but once you got it, you can do it through the whole song, and then you can play that up to tempo a lot sooner. Where if Cherry Wine is just a beast of like having to get everything down in order to play it up to tempo. So, but I do plan to play it up to tempo at some point, so we'll see. So 3, 7. Okay, this is 9. Cool. So that's just... This is playing really high up, actually. Okay, this actually... I will need to do this. For this. So, wait. And then jumps all the way back up here. So, okay. I have to run, but always feel free to hit me up on Discord. Alright, have a good night. And I will definitely cash in on that, because goodness knows I really could use some pointers and everything. So, yeah. Okay, so that just sounds like, though. Wait, am I tweaking? Wait, okay, because it's up here, and then it goes down 1, and it goes down 2. Okay. Wait, this is the 9/7, so. Maybe just look at the first number to where your index finger... Yeah, I think that actually might help me more. That's a good point. Because, like, it doesn't change the pattern. Like, the pattern's always going to be the same. It's literally just sliding to whichever works. So it's like, say that... Yeah, so the 9. Yeah, so the 9 is here. Yes, yes. So 9, 11, 12, 7. This also, okay, wait. I'll get back to this because I do want to work on this. With it being like it's easy. But well, actually, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's simple, and it's gonna give me something to really practice with power chords, and that's exactly what I want. What I'm gonna look up now, because my brain is so ADHD, so anytime I hear a song that reminds me of something else, I have to immediately look it up and go to it. So let me... I have to look up Iron Man. I just have to. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay, but this is also a really good example. This is actually a really good one to try and learn, I feel like. Okay, so then... Is it the same pattern? I think it is, yeah, because you're just... That's the lower one for the whole time. Yeah. Huh. Wow. At least it's consistent. Okay. Oh, wait. So 3, okay. And your ring finger is always just 2 to the right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's not bad. Wait, that doesn't sound... There's some capo shenanigans or something. No, there's not. What? As I said, once you get the technique down, you can pretty much play any of these. Yeah, that's actually super fantastic. I love that. I like that. So that's the 6. I guess it's also on acoustics. So that might be where I'm not hearing everything correctly. It's also the intro part of it, so I guess. Because now we jump into the... Wait. Let me retry that part. Wait. Wait, so what's the... What's the part that everyone knows? The... Or is that what I've been playing? That could literally be what I've been playing. Maybe it's just too slow for me to actually realize that. Oh my gosh, I think it is. Wait, and then... Okay, look at the index one. I think... Yep, there we go. Okay. Oh, because it does, it's the really fast. Okay. Okay, okay. Now it's making more sense. Okay. I'm getting it, guys. It's making sense to me now. Okay. Cool. Okay, well, this is giving me a really good, just gist of all this, which is really helpful. Now I'm gonna honestly jump to, like, all the other songs I've been working on, just because now we're an hour 30 in, and I want to be able to get to everything before I end stream and everything. So let's see here. Cool. But yeah, I'll be definitely working on these. Paper machete. Okay, I'll remember that. Cool. I don't feel like I really need to pull it. Well, I need to pull this up for the bridge. Actually, I can't because... Well, I can, but it's just not going to give me the best version, you know, so... Sad times. Okay. I'll just scroll down to the bridge, because that'll be... Or I could just pull up the lyrics, because I also want to get used to singing it with the lyrics. Where is that freaking thing? Okay, instrumental. I forget it's labeled differently. Her eyes and words. Okay. In case you want to practice bar chords as well, I sat by the ocean, like Queens of the Stone Age is a good workout almost. Workout's a really good way of putting it, I feel like, because that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to train up these muscles to like get better at what I'm trying to play. Also, your finger picking sounds good, not gonna lie. Thank you. I've been working on this for, 2 months, like I said. So, like, I hope to have found at least some improvement. It's a fun band. I could recommend, like, millions of songs. Don't judge me. Hey, like, I could talk someone's ear off about Fall Out Boy. So, like, literally, like, no judgment here. The difference is you're cooler because you have an artist that isn't as mainstream. So, that's actually more of a flex, I feel like. Unless they are, and I'm just living under a rock. Which, Queens of the Stone Age, rock pun, haha. No, okay. Eyes and words are so icy, oh, but she burns like rum on a fire. Ugly. Wait. It looks ugly, but it's clean. Oh, mama, don't fuss over me. Way she tells me I'm hers, she's mine. The tab. I'm getting better at memorizing that part, but it's still a little hard. I wouldn't say they're underground, but also not like radio known or anything. They have a few popular songs. If you're more into rock, you may know a song or two. Maybe I could, depending on when they were made, my dad might know because he's an even bigger rock guy than me. So maybe. What decade were they? I guess would be my question for that. Okay, wait here. Blood is rare and sweet as cherry wine. There we go. Okay. Cause of guilty thrown at me. Oh well, she stains the sheets of some other thrown at me so powerfully, just like she throws with the arm of her brother. But I want it. It's a crime that she's not around most of the time. Maybe she shows me I'm hers, she's mine. Oh, his face would be fine. The blood is rare and sweet as cherry wine. And then comes the part that I despise so much because it's really complicated. I always forget this part, but I know it's like do 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 do, and then it goes do 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 because it sounds like the notes from Wicked. So, what that part? What was it? What did that part sound like? It was like Great. Now I have to pull up the Wicked lyrics just to remind myself. Something has changed within me, because it's like all something has changed. Maybe it's not that. It sounds so similar though for some reason. The peak was around 2000s though, early 2010s. Singing key while playing is pretty impressive though. I've also taken vocal training, so that has definitely helped. I'm studying psychology at my college, but I'm also doing a music minor. So I had 4 semesters of taking a class specifically for like bettering my vocals and everything. It was called like vocal studio and everything, so I'd get to like sing in front of everyone, but then also have 30-minute lessons once a week to work on my voice. So a little cool fact about me and just what I've been up to at college, because I don't talk about college like a whole lot, but I like sometimes throw in little bits and pieces there, here and there. Oh yeah, but then we get to this part I forgot. And it's worth it. It's divine. I have this some of the time. When she shows me I'm hers, she is mine. Open and or closed fist would be fine. The blood is red and sweet as cherry wine. Whoa. Why is this taking me a second? Anyways, I gotta go. It's like 1 a.m. here, but it was fun talking. Have fun with your playing. Hope it goes well. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, by the way. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There's the outro. Whatever. Keeping point, I need to work on this more, but that's okay. Let's go to Since I Saw Vienna, because I feel better about that right now. Could do this for it right now. That'd be good. Okay. Wait. Okay. Cute bomber jacket you've had since. Okay, I actually do want to pull up the lyrics with this. Because then I can actually get to the end point. That would be fun. Or like that weird bridge part. Okay. Cute bomber jacket, the cute bomber jacket you've had since sixth form. Okay, I see the pattern. Okay, cool, cool. The cube on my jacket. The cube on my jacket you've had since sixth form, adorned with the patches of places you've been, is nothing on my khaki coat that I got from the roadside when I was 16. My boots are from airports, my backpack's from friends. I'm not a man of substance, so I'll pretend to be leaving longings in hotels and restaurant bins. And he's like, cut that bit out, haha. The roads are my home horizons. The roads are my home horizons, my target. If I keep moving on, never lose sight of it. Treating my memory of like a fire, let it burn out. Don't fight and try to move on. It's been 16. It's been 16. It's been 16 weeks since I saw Vienna. A bandage and a white smile across my face. And I'll pick up my hiking boots when I am ready, and I'll put down my roots when I'm dead. Now we get to the bridge. The distance is futile. Come on, don't be hasty. You'll get that feeling deep inside your bones. I'll be gone then. And you must be alone. And then it cuts into the outro. Cool. Pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. Okay, what was the next one I was gonna work on? I had other ideas. What have I actually done on my channel? I need to look at this. Yeah, I don't care if you see my search history. Wow. KFC. Whoa, what the heck? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay. I just need to remind myself what I've actually worked on. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Me. Look at me, stupid me doing all these crazy things. That's wild. I could do Icy Fire. Yeah, I might as well. And then I'll do Fast Car and then I'll end the stream. So that sounds like a good plan. Oh, hold on, wait. There's like... Is this the version that... Yeah, this is the one I looked at. Okay. that's just my warm-up, because this is the actual thing on is more... I do play it slightly different. I also want to point that out. Also, the posture for this is really weird. At least my what's it called? The strum. What's it called? The X's, the tapping, or I have no, whatever. I need to actually remember how to do it on the verses, and I will at some point, but I really want to do fast car for some reason. You got a fast car. I got a ticket anywhere. Maybe we make... Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. It would just be nice to have some assistance. There we go, yeah. You gotta... Wait, okay, let me do this to get myself ready. You got a fast car. I got a ticket anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. But me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living. It's hard to play both. That's something I'm really going to have to work on. See, my old man's got a problem. He live with a bottle, it's the way it is. Says body's too old for working. Says body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said somebody's gotta take care of him. So I quit school, that's what I did. And then, yeah, it's this last part. So, you got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can? Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. We leave tonight, live and die this way. Oh wait, no, I was supposed to jump into it from there. I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast, felt like I was drunk. City lights say out before us. Neon felt like sweat around my shoulder. I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. Okay. Honestly, I'm getting kind of winded because we've kind of been going for a while. I know it's only been 2 hours. But I honestly feel really accomplished with this. So, yeah. I feel good, and I'm very excited to start learning bar chords next week. So, hopefully you guys will be tuning in for that. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.